Jeannie?
Yep, I just did recording, so you betcha.
Okay. So y'all, I just want to let you know that this is recorded. It will be posted in the groups later. So if you do not want to be shown on publicly viewed video, you might want to point your camera away somewhere, but your choice. One thing I want to, off the bat, I want to start with is stay plugged in. Annette and I talked about this a little bit earlier, and for myself, I didn't really stay plugged in. And that was a mistake on my part because I kind of lost my excitement, my enthusiasm for what we really have here. And in the last few months, I've really tried to regroup my daily activities and get plugged back in. And that has really helped to get myself enthused again about what we have in our hands. It's a simple process to get where we want to go in this life. We just have to quit making it tough. Well, when I first started in 2013, I heard one thing that stuck with me was depression. If you have it, you struggle with it, this is not the business for you. Well, I didn't listen to that because I struggle with depression. With a brain injury, that's part of the deal. So I said, oh, okay, well, I'm going to know that, and I'm going to hold on to that. And every moment that I see I might be depressed, that is another moment I'm going to step into this business harder, and I'm going to drive myself harder and in a different way so that I will not give up. Depression will not win over me in this business or this life. So if you have it, another thing is you have to kill those automatic negative thoughts. Got to stop them. Dr. Daniel Amen, he has a very great video on how to do that. He's a man who deals with brain injury quite a bit, and he's helped me to be able to put the process in place in order to start to kill those. So know that it is a process, and if you do the work, you'll be able to do it. It'll just start coming easier and easier each day that you do it, much like everything we do in our business on a day-to-day. If we do our income producing activities daily, then they become easier and easier. If you miss a day, okay, move on the next day, okay, and do them again. Don't beat yourself up because that might cost you more days. Don't do that. That day's gone, move on. Day you do more IPA. Do you know what income producing activities are? I'm going to tell you, there's 3 of them. 3. Start with the business. Everyone needs money. Present the business to your people, to your friends, and to your family. Let them know that this is viable. Folks, I'm going to share with you that for me, this business came in a time that I really needed it. I was at my place where I couldn't hold a job anymore. 1, nobody would hire me. 2, my physical abilities don't let me do what I used to do. So this business is a blessing to me. I don't make a whole lot. I'll share with you, I probably make $500 a month, maybe. But every penny of that $500 a month is a blessing to my life because it's a blessing that I can give back to my family for what they do for me while I am able to rebuild my life so that I will one day be able to support them and to be able to help others in this life of brain injury. So don't stop. Don't quit. If you're feeling drugged down, reach out. Reach up to your sponsor. Reach out to your friends. Find someone who supports you. Don't talk to the people who drag you down. Don't do that. Talk to the ones who will lift you up, but make sure they're real with you. Don't let them beat around the bushes. Make sure that your accountability partners are accountability partners. They lift you up and they hold you accountable. They are real with you. Okay? One thing here is we all like on each other's posts in Facebook and other social media platforms. If we could comment on each other's posts a little bit more, I believe that that would help to create more of the third party, fourth party, fifth party validation right there in front of everybody's face. Just takes a sentence or a few words to touch on what that post is about. Do it with Plexus posts, do it with other posts so that people say, oh, they're really friends, not just Plexus people, but you're engaging all the way around. I think that could really help our teams to continue with the momentum. So I talked about daily method of operation. I want to say for myself, everybody says duplication, duplication. I didn't understand what duplication was for the longest time. What are we duplicating? So a really great book I'm going to tell you, because I'm not sure I can explain it to everyone, but it is called Duplication, the Key to Creating Freedom in Your Network Marketing Business. And I'll post a link to the book later in the comments. It is a great book, and what it really just explains is we're duplicating the system, the power of three. Everyone has influence over three people. Find those. They're your mom, they're your sister, they're your best friend, they're your auntie, they're your best friend's mom. Who are they? You have three people. Everyone does. So reach out to them. Silver and Seven, you guys already talked about that. Annette is going to cover making your list. When you make your list, I heard a good tip on categorizing it into health, wealth, and networking, so that you know what those people are about when you're going to touch base with them. A little tip to help maybe do that is that on Pinterest, that is an open book to people's lives. They pin everything that they're interested in, everything that they dream about. You will know, are they there for health? Are they there for wealth? Or are they there for their friends? What are they about? Pinterest is a great platform for that. For those of you who are interested in making your own graphics and things, even your cover photos for your Facebook pages, any of the social media platforms, Canva, C-A-N-V as in Victor, A, is a great website. It is a desktop-based website. It is a great website to make your own graphics. So if you want to make your own quote graphics, put your business website on there, do that. People share those, people read those business websites on those graphics, and they're curious. They will go there. Don't miss out on that. Another real quick thing is on Pinterest, when you guys are sharing each other's pins or you're repinning pins, be sure if you're trying to share it for your business, your website, that when you end up clicking on that it actually goes to your website. Because I have seen many times where you actually click on it and it goes to some complete stranger's website, not even the person who is trying to pin thereafter. So be aware of that. If you need a little more direction on that, get with me and we'll have to go through it, because I will have to just kind of muddle my way back through it to help out, but I can help if you need. That's all for now. I'll close with one more thing at the end. So we'll introduce Annette, our newly promoted Gold Ambassador, and we're excited to hear what she has to say. Annette?
Thank you. Can you all hear me? Yeah, okay. All right. I know many of you, but some of you I don't, so I just want to introduce myself. My name is Annette Fowley. I am a wife and a mom of 4, but 3 living at home. I started this business for the weight loss, and I didn't really start it for the business. I actually just started for the weight loss, which I think a lot of us do. And we don't really know that there are other products out there that can help us. And I do have other health testimonies with my family that really fueled my passion for Plexus. And so when you have that, that why or that love for the products. I was talking to somebody at the rodeo the other day, and we were talking Plexus, and it kind of came out. It just came out. She was talking about the cost of it, and I said, well, you know, I understand what you're saying, but I think that's really why I joined and why I did it, was so that I could afford my products. Because why, you know, I knew I wasn't going to stop taking them, so that's why I do sell them. But that's one of my whys. You know, I mean, I think we all have different reasons. I went to my first meeting, Super Saturday, a few years ago. I was really excited about it. I, you know, had some training, and so I started to tell people, and I think there's where it began, my journey. You know, I started to become excited about the possibilities, and I started to have some knowledge. So I started posting here and there. And my first customer actually started as an ambassador, and she wanted the cost savings. So it was pretty exciting that I actually had an ambassador, and that, wow, you would actually, you know, jump in this with me and go on this journey with me. So I kept sharing, you know, that kind of fueled it for me, and I kept sharing face to face. I'm kind of more of a face to facer. It's tougher for me to message people, but I have learned to do it. I think I don't know what it is, but I like the face-to-face better. I did post, and I think it's, you know, I don't know about you guys, but it does seem a little bit, it was a little bit tough to see, oh, I only got 4 likes or whatever. And I've gotten over the fact that 4 likes, fine, whatever, they're still watching. They still know I'm doing it. They still know I'm the person, you know, that I'm the crazy Plexus lady. That's fine with me. So in all of those things, I didn't really message people because, as I've shared, that's really probably a little bit of a weakness of mine. But here's what I found. You have to begin. You have to begin. You have to post so people know that you're doing it. You have to share every day, you know, whether it's in a post, whether it's people that you come across. Just share it. Let people know that you do it. How else are you going to? I mean, that's the thing. You know, when you go to the trainings with Sheila Medina, you know, she or listen to any of her videos, she says, you know, you don't want to be a closet ambassador. And that really was like, ding, oh yeah, I don't want to be a closet ambassador. I want people to know, okay? Otherwise, they're going to go to somebody else. So and also when you're sharing, listen to people before you kind of just throw up all over everybody like I have done. Listen to what they're saying. So another thing that I think is so powerful and that will actually pick you up is helping you, plugging into your calls. That's really important, to these calls, to other calls, any kind of calls that you can get on. I think is really, you know, you're in there with people, same like-minded, that have great tips to give you. The team pages, you learn so much from the team pages, and they're fun and other people are engaging on them. Meetings, I'm kind of a meeting addict. If there's a meeting close to me, I will go, because let's face it, you can be so moved by all the testimonies. And every time you go, you learn so much. So, and a lot of times that's something that I will post about, is what a meeting junkie I am, because I learned so much from the last one, or I heard the most amazing testimony. I think I was one of those people that rolled their eyes when I first came into the business, and they said, you know, you need to make a list of 100. And I was like, what? Really? But no, it's really important, because I think when you need to dig deep, or when you want to go far, or you want to go someplace, you need to start contacting people. And I know a lot of you that were on the challenge, when we had to go there, right? We had to go to our lists and start messaging people. And it helps when you do have one made up. So definitely make your list. And And one of the things that we did was, and I'm kind of reiterating a lot of this that I know some of you guys already do every day, but it's so important, your affirmations. And affirmations are just what you say to yourself. Say to yourself what you need to hear, not what you normally or what you have told yourself in the past, but what you need to hear to make the changes. And I'll kind of touch on that just a little bit, but another thing is I am a product of the products. I take them very faithful. I love the products. I love them for my family. You can ask any of my kids, I'm very Nazi about them. You know, I need them to take them because of, you know, health issues that we have had. So we are a family that are a product of the products. Filling up daily. Reading books has become something super important to me. We have lots of good suggestions, videos, recorded calls. Reach out to your upline. Reaching out is huge because it helps in such a way that you don't, you know, you're not stuck someplace. I've had downline where, you know, maybe I've reached down to them, but I've made a mistake in not reaching down or out enough. And so maybe my downline has gone really quiet on me, really cricket, and they won't know, they won't feel comfortable asking. So I would encourage both sides to reach down and reach up. I think that will help in just having that relationship and not being afraid to move forward. I think we don't move forward sometimes because we don't know what to do. But one thing about momentum I would say is I would say go as in as you possibly can, because people will come and go. And I think that was something that I've seen over the last little while is that, and Michelle can attest to this, you know, she's, I'm gonna call on her in just a little bit, but that's the thing is that you can go slow, but you run the risk of people not, you know, they're maybe not going with you. Maybe they don't have what it takes to go the whole distance. So you might lose some. But if you go all in and you go fast, you are going to build that momentum up so much faster, and your team is going to want to go with you. So, I am going longer than I thought I would. Don't prejudge. We've all heard it, right? We've all heard people say don't prejudge because you don't know. And that's so true. People may seem quiet and not very bold, but their strength is someplace else. Their strength may be to be driven and task-oriented. That may be what drives them. Once they see it, once they see the vision, they're unstoppable. So don't prejudge, or else they may be your conduit. We all saw the post the other day that talks about just keep on going. Don't prejudge. They may become your conduit. They may, you know, be your rock stars. Do you have the desire to do it? And why do you have the desire to do it? We've all heard it said in this business from all the jewels, if I can do it, anyone can do it. I don't know about you, but when you hear that, what is your self-talk? What do you think when somebody says that? I think we should take note of it, because if it's negative, if what pops into our mind right then is negative, that's what we need to work on. Because the reason that it's said in the first place is because almost all of us come into this business with no sales or MLM experience, or maybe we haven't done well with things in the past. So what we say to ourselves on a daily basis is life or death to anything we do, or especially our business. So how we talk to ourselves, what we say is so important. And I probably may have gone on my merry little way in my life and been always doing the same thing if I had not joined Plexus and have not reached and being encouraged by some of the greatest leaders ever. So I just want to say that the self-growth is incredible, and we all need to pay attention when our leaders say it's self-growth, self-development. Keep digging in. So one of the books, I'll just tell you what to say when you talk to yourself. That was huge. I'm also an audiobook. Audiobooks are amazing because you can listen to them while you're driving and just soak it in and replay it again and again and again. Les Brown. So I'm almost done, you guys. I just want to say momentum is huge. Tell your best friends, your family about this opportunity. It's exciting. And when you have dug for gold and you're turning over every rock that you can, and you are finding those that want the same things that you want, it is exciting. But you need to share for it to work. You can't do it alone. I have some team members who are seeing the vision and they're working their business to rank up, and that is so exciting. And that is momentum. I think if you guys have challenges, if challenges are offered, take them, do them, push yourself. Getting to gold, I want to give a shout out to Michelle Shannon. And I'm going to call on her and ask her in just a minute, but she was huge in helping me with my momentum. I also did something that I think I would have been scared to do in the past, and that is to go after my inactives personally and say to them, you know what, we have 15% off. Are you sure you don't want to order this month? This would really help me. I mean, that to me was tough because I think it felt like I was asking, and I had to keep telling myself, you're not begging. This is not, but it felt awkwardly. It felt like that, but your self-talk again, so huge. So everything. So I can't say enough about it, but that's really what gets you moving, is changing how you think, what you think you can do. Michelle, I'm going to ask you, what is it, that changed in you, and what are you doing to make it happen for you?
I think what I would say, can you hear me?
Yes.
What I would say is timing was perfect. When I started in January, we started the 90-day challenge right at the same time. I had never used Facebook more than just to be a stalker. And I saw what other people were doing, and I tried to do just exactly that. I tried to post positive things. I tried to intertwine the Plexus business into my daily activities. It just became a habit. I would get on, I would see what other people are doing. I would say, you can do that. And I would just do it. I would read. I listen to the leaders that we have. I've listened to probably every Diamond documentary there is when I'm mowing the yard or I'm driving, or I'm staying plugged in. And I think my belief and my passion developed so greatly during that 90-day challenge that it's almost unshakable. And I'm a totally different person than I was before the 90-day challenge. And my belief in my team, my belief in my upline, my belief in the products are just unshakable. And I really believe that it's all because of that push for that period of time, and being accountable and knowing and having a direction. I had people saying, this is what you need to do to be successful. And I'm a teacher. If I'm willing to learn from anybody. And if I have direction, I can follow the directions. And I had super direction from all the leaders in our group. And I just feel like that staying plugged in, belief in your products, being confident enough to send messages. Now I'm a messenger, messages to people all over the United States. It's working, as well as right here in my own, backyard.
Yeah, that is awesome. And that is something that was huge too, is that challenge, because you're exactly right. We had to be accountable. We had to, there were several, I received some amazing ambassadors from that challenge. Good, crazy things actually happened during that challenge that probably would not have happened had I not done those assignments daily, those activities daily. So, that is big. To have a plan, to have that roadmap, as Gil said, and to be accountable is something that makes such a huge difference.
It does.
I think that's pretty much all I have to say.
Wow, you guys have some great tips. I love to hear it, and love how to hear how you have, you really changed your business, didn't you, in the last 30 days or so in what you decided to do. So I know it changed for me when you decided, and you really stepped up and changed what you were doing. And it's pretty awesome to see and to learn from as well. So I guess I just really want to close in prayer, y'all, because I'm not sure what else to say. I had another point that it has eluded my brain, so we're just going to carry on. Here, I found it. Attrition. Annette touched on it earlier, that people will come and they will go, and then they will come again. So don't give up on them. Maybe you're going to let them sit in the message box for 6 months. Maybe you're going to let them sit in there for a year. Don't give up. Life changes. Keep them on your list. Rotate them around in 6 months, 3 months, whatever. Don't give up on them, because attrition is part of it. We have products that work. They speak for themselves. And people will be ready whenever their life changes, and it is their time. Lift them up always in prayer. If you are a praying person, if you do not pray to God, lift them up to whatever you do. Lift them in positive ways. So I'm going to go ahead and just close this in prayer. And Lord God, I just thank you for these moments where we can gather together and share our beliefs, Lord, our skills, and the things that we have learned to grow ourselves, Lord, to grow our business. And that touched on it, self-education. Wow, what a blessing. I want to say, Lord, thank you for showing me that there is gold in those pages, Lord. Who knew? Oh, what a blessing. Lord, I lift everybody up on this call. Each of them are business builders, Lord. They have seen the vision. They are here, and they are ready to change their lives, Lord. I ask that you wrap each one of them in your arms, and that you light their path, and they will walk the walk, and you light the way, Lord God. We just thank you for bringing this into each one of our lives, however and whoever it came through, Lord. We just thank you and praise you for that. And we ask that you change their lives as well, whether they're in this business or not, Lord, that you would lift them up and you would hold them tight close to you. We just thank you and praise you for each and every day, Lord. Thank you for the breath that we breathe. Okay, that's all. I got a little windy, sorry.